Hi guys, this is Kay. I'm normally an advice columnist and a guru, but this week I decided to make a video to talk about something that I feel is helping me a lot at the moment, and I hope it will help you too during hard times. So I recently went through a breakup, and I've been pretty upset about it, as is expected, but I thought the best way to move on is to move on kind of proactively. I didn't write New Year's resolutions this year, so I thought instead I'd write resolutions for the next academic year, which for me is it's my second year of university. And I really suggest you guys do it. It's really helped me kind of look ahead and not in the past, because otherwise I'd just be thinking about my ex, and that hasn't helped me very much. So I'm going to read out my resolutions, and I wrote 9 of them, and I just thought of a 10th, so 10 of them. I'm just going to add it. I have it on my laptop. I wrote it with a friend, and maybe that's a good thing for you guys to do. So here are my resolutions. 1. Go to lectures. It's probably something I should have done in first year as well, but I didn't. And although I passed all my courses, and that's all I needed to do this year, I would like to do better next year. So go to lectures. And then my second one is to make notes and study guides after lectures. So if I spend just a bit of time after my lectures and go through the material again and fill in the notes if there's any diagrams or anything I'd like to import, and so on, and to make study guides for end of semester exams, because I just think I'd do better that way. 3 is to cook more. I'll self-catered because I live in a flat next year, and this year I kind of lived on stir-fried pasta, and I'd like to increase the variety of my diet. Number 4 is to take up a dance class, which I also wanted to do this year and didn't. Next year I'd really like to do it. I don't know what kind. I'd like to do some Latin dancing or tango or salsa or something cool, or maybe I'll just go back to breakdance. I did breakdance in my senior year of high school. Number 5, I'd like to hold events at my flat. For example, a cocktail party or a girls' night or something like that. Number 6, I got into DJing in freshman year, and I would DJ for free for our university has this thing called the Bop, and it's held every Friday. It's kind of like a club night, but it's a very big venue, and I would do that. At the beginning I did it almost every week, and then I kind of did it a bit less, but this summer I'm buying my own equipment, and so I would like to DJ and get paid for it. 7, to join a society and stick to it. So a society where I could actually do something. For example, and this is what I'm thinking right now, I'd really like to join charities, and for a year just be a member, and then at the end of the year they hold AGMs where you can run for positions, and I'd like to run for a position. 8, to start looking for a flat early. So what I did this year is I decided I wanted to live in a flat next year, but I left it too late. So by the time I was looking for flats, most people had already found a place. There were very few places to look, and so I found one very, very late, and it was kind of in exceptional circumstances. And so next year I'd like to start looking a bit early and to decide on who I want to live with a little early as well. 9, to keep in touch with my first year friends and flatmates. So I know there's people who I met this year through classes or tutorials, or people who lived in my flat that won't be in the same situation next year, but I'd like to stay in touch with them, and I'd like to just kind of see them on a regular basis. And 10, I just thought of it and I didn't write it down and I just forgot it. Hold on. It was, yeah, I wanted to do, this is a little bit silly, but I wanted to do fashion challenges. For example, I have this one pair of sneakers that I wear all the time. They're white and they're my favorite DCs, and I can't live without them. And they're so practical that I just wear them all the time. But I have well over 40 pairs of shoes. So I thought, for 1 week, why don't I not wear them? Like, I'm not allowed to wear those sneakers for 1 week. I couldn't go through with it. But I'd like to do this next year, just so that I feel like I'm wearing my clothes. Because do you know, like, you will buy a lot of things, and then you will use maybe 10% of your wardrobe on a regular basis, and I don't want to do that, because I actually like my clothes. So I'd like to wear them a little more often, and I'd like to wear dresses more often, and so on. So for you guys who feel maybe that, summer's a little boring, like you want to have your break, you want to have your rest, that's great, but come up with something to do, like look towards the future, and I think it'll be easier to get through any difficulties if you have some right now, which I would assume most people do. So write down your resolutions. I would really like it if you guys commented or messaged or maybe asked for suggestions for resolutions. I don't know. Do something. I'd like to feel like I made a difference for you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.